All right. Are we online yet? Hi, this is Cooking Appa. I've just started online. Yes, yes, yes. I've- Let's give it a couple of minutes for people to start coming in. Appa is always very punctual. Good evening, everyone. For those who has already come in, do type in the comment section. Let me know where are you from, so that we can get to know each other. Good evening, Rena. You're always very punctual. Hi, Jamie. Where are you all from? I remember Rena is from Seremban. Where are you all from? Hi, Cynthia. Is that Datin Cynthia? Can't really see the picture. From Perth, Australia. Hi, Pauline. Oh, we have 98 people right now. We have Leong from Kuching, Sarawak. Yeah. Cynthia is the Datin Cynthia. Okay, LC from Singapore. Hi. By the way, the product that we are going to talk about tonight is also available to be sold to Singapore. It can be delivered to Singapore. Actually, this is one of the best part. We have someone from JB, Jamie, Sherling from Singapore. We have 120 people right now. We have from Klang, Jane, and also Peggy. How's my voice? Is my voice very clear enough for you all? We have Sarah from Perth, Australia. Shirley from Johor Bahru. Please do Appa a favor if you think tonight's sessions or topic is going to be very beneficial to your friends. Can you please go and share it on your Facebook? Thank you very much, so that more people can benefit from it. Because um, many people bought air fryer at home, but seriously, you don't really have chance to really talk to the person who founded the air fryer company. So today is actually um, we have to cherish today's session. Yeah. Then we have from Sabah KK. Hi, Mayun. Peggy said, my voice is loud and clear. Thank you very much. We have Auntie Long from Johor. By the way, tonight's session is actually done simultaneously on both Facebook and also YouTube. Yeah, both Facebook and also YouTube. Lily say the voice is fantastic. Thank you very much. Very clear. Thank you very much. LC say it sounds very sexy and clear. Okay, we have about 150 people right now. Somebody given me star, is it? Thank you very much for your support. Facebook actually has this function to allow the supporter to give stars to APA. This will actually definitely help me to maintain this particular channel and do more videos for you all. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Silon asked me tonight, Appa, what are you cooking? Wait, Peggy said, I just bought an air fryer. Hope it's the correct one. You just need to understand how it works. Once you understand how it works, it definitely is going to help you with your cooking life. Yeah. Okay, so we have over 150 people right now. I think we can start. So let me bring out my logo.
cooking apa?
All right. Hi, this is Cooking Apa. Welcome to a live with Cooking Apa session. So this is, I can't remember, was it the number 4th or number 5th session that I've already done? As you all know, Apa has been uploading minimum 4 pre-recorded video for you all on every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, between 6 to 7 p.m. at night. So you're going to see minimum 4 recipe videos every night. Other than that, I try to add on a weekly basis, either on Wednesday night or Friday night, a live session. A live session. Yes, Appa will be going live. And a lot of people actually before this have been saying that, Appa, I never see your face before. Can we see your face? And now you are looking at Appa's face. But more importantly, it is this live session, live with Cooking Appa session. Appa is going to bring in personalities that is going to come in to talk, to share about their expertise, knowledge on different topics and different on lifestyle. Yeah, usually on lifestyle. So we did one session on light soya sauce. After that, we did on cookware. We also did on a wok, and then also we also did one on pressure cooker. And today we are doing on air fryer. Now I saw one posting from my friend recently. She said she actually wrote one of the things that you must do during pandemic MCO lockdown is you have to buy a air fryer. So that is one of the things she did, yeah, during the pandemic. Now, having said that, how much does people actually really understand about air fryer? How do you really work? Appa gets a lot of questions when it comes to air fryer, to be very frank. So this is why Appa to decide, rather than for me to really talk about it, I'm going to get the founder of from Enhanced Air Fryer to really come in to share a very much in-depth information from you that we are going to hear from the horse's mouth. Okay, but before I invite him, uh, do give Appa a couple of minutes for me to give you a bit of a brief introduction as to what air fryer is all about. And also, I will let you all know what are the air fryers that I have. Okay? So let me quickly bring out the slides. Let me double check. Can you see? All right. Can see, yeah. Okay, I won't be able to see your comment right now because I'll be looking at my slides. Okay. So what exactly is air fryer? To put it in the simplest manner, it is a combination between two things. It is a convection oven that you can put on countertop. So why is this different? Well, Appa has a convection oven below my stove. So that is about 60 or 70 liter, a huge one built in under my stove. So convection oven, it is something that they make it smaller that you can put it on the countertop. Then for people who doesn't understand what exactly is convection oven, it simply means it's an oven with fan to help to circulate the hot air around the oven for more to cook more evenly. Okay, so meaning that it's an oven with a fan. This is why it becomes a convection oven. Okay, so let's talk a little bit on the history of air fryer. In 1945, convection oven was actually been invented. Okay, 1945, so many years ago. And many of us are actually using it. Then, I'm sorry, I heard some WhatsApp sound on my side. Let me off it. Okay, off. Now, then at the year 2010, the first air fryer was introduced by Philips. Yeah, that is the time when Philips first introduced. And then today, 2021, we have a lot of different kinds of designs of and shapes when it comes to air fryer coming from a lot of different brands. Now, this is exactly what has the first generation of air fryer coming out from Philips. So it was announced by Philips in a consumer electronic fair at Berlin in the year 2010. And it uses the what would they call a patented rapid air technology. Rapid air. Why is it rapid air? Because there is a fan inside, right? Okay, there is a fan inside to really blow the hot air going around. So this is what it is. And then this is actually the first air fryer Appa owned. I started to buy the first air fryer, I would say maybe about 2015 or 2016, about 5, 6 years ago. So I bought this brand. This is actually from China. Okay, it's actually from China. So even though before that I know about air fryer, but I did not buy because I always have this thinking that I prefer when it comes to air frying, I prefer to be able to see the cooking process. This is why I bought this because it has actually a transparent glass. Now, this is probably the newer version where this is slightly smaller, 10 liters. I remember the one I had is actually 14 liters, which is actually slightly bigger, but exactly the same design. So I bought it because it has a transparent glass, it is of bigger capacity, and it has rotisserie function. Rotisserie meaning it can actually turn the thing, the bucket inside there, you can actually turn by itself. So few years ago, my first air fryer gone spoiled, all right? Normal wear and tear. Lah. It doesn't mean that the quality is no good. Normal wear and tear. So I was thinking that I need another one. So since I started off using Liren, so I tried to use Liren again. So I went to Taobao, China, and I found this. So I bought this. This is a newer design, but slightly smaller, which is only about 8 liter. Take note, it also has a transparent glass. It can actually go slightly higher temperature. The first one I remember is somewhere around 205 degree Celsius. This one I think can go up to 210 or 220 and things like that. And it also provides a rotisserie function inside. But right after I receive it, I actually a bit regretted. It's not saying that it's no good. It is still very good. But the thing is, I'm so used to use a bigger one, which is 14 liter. So when from coming from 14 liter, coming down to 8 liter, too small. So I find this too small, very difficult to use. So I didn't use it. Okay, but take my word for it because I'm actually using a bigger one, a much bigger one earlier. This is why I find this small. If you haven't started using it, probably actually 8 liter is also already very good enough. Yeah. So after that, I did not use. I proceed to buy this. This is actually considered the third generation from Liren also. Um, the one this design actually got two size, 5 liter and 10 liter. Straight away, I go for the 10 liter. To me, just nice lah. If you use the smaller, do a small amount of and activities, but to me, it is still considered not big, because I'm used to the one which is bigger, which is about 14 liter. So of course, this one also got a nicer design lah. But to me, still a little bit smaller. Then this one comes to me exactly about 1 year ago. And Hans came to Appa to say, Appa, would you like to test our air fryer? So after I tested it, this is my go-to air fryer every day right now. I mean, using it so often. So as you can see from here, one of the major difference between this and the one before, it is actually the 24 liter, even bigger than my first one, which is only 14, right? So this 24 liter does make a lot of difference because you can do so much more. You can do so much more with it because this is not only an air fryer, it's also an oven. Now, for all those air fryer that you see before this that I use, they all only has a single top heating element. Okay, but the one with enhanced actually got both top and bottom heating element. Why is this so important? Well, just imagine when you have top and bottom up. Actually, I will leave the details to the founder to explain. But here, I will just tell you why is it I like it. Okay. So as a layman, so this upper and lower heating element will actually give your cooking a lot more even. That's number one. Number two, if you want to do bakery, baking, confectionery things, there are certain time that you only wanted the heat from bottom, you don't want it from the top, or from the top and you don't want it from the bottom. Sometimes you want from both top and bottom. So this this particular oven can also can achieve that. Yeah, normal. If you normal air frying, they can't really give you that kind of option. And then this one has a catcher tray, has a much larger capacity. It gives a higher temperature and also rotisserie. So many of you have seen me always do Kenny Roger. Kenny, I always call it Kenny Roger grill whole chicken at home. I was just sitting down there and look through the glass and look at my chicken going round and round and round and round. It's getting nicely charred. Uh, I love it. So this is why I actually gotten the founder from this particular company to come online with us today to really share more in depth into this particular product, and do allow me to get him in. Hi,
Hi,
Mel.
Appa. Thanks for having me.
Yes, we are very honored to have you today. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is he's actually the founder of this Enhance. So I got him in to really go through with you all. And if you all, I know many of you also owns air fryer. So when he talks, you all are free to leave your comment or ask any questions in the comment section. Just type in. We will take note of it, and we will try after Noyo finish his presentation. We will try to address your question. Whether or not your oven, your air fryer is actually from Enhance, we will also try to help you whenever we can. Um, I give the floor to you,
Okay, thank
Noel.
you, Appa. So, to address the topic of the day, what is the right air fryer? Ultimately, I would think that it comes down to your needs, um, to your kitchen space, to what your interests are when you expect what you expect to get out of your air fryer. So, I'll break it down into two. Currently, we carry two products, which I will present later. But I will just give you a very brief background regarding these two products. One is what I will call a more traditional air fryer, um, and the other one is an air fryer oven. So the both has their pros and cons by itself, but I would say that the biggest pro about an air fryer by itself is the safety of the cooling body. So it has an additional plastic wrap around it. So if let's say your need is for a child to be able to fry his own food at night, then I would say definitely go for the air fryer. But if your need is to be more versatile, you want to do a lot of things like roast chicken or bake something, just anything and everything, it would be more advisable to go to air fryer oven. So I will just show you how it looks like right now. But before I go there, I hope that everyone can bear with me. This is actually my first time doing a live session. The ring light is actually blinding me right now. So, okay. So, Appa, can you just go to camera two, please?
Wait, okay, camera two for you.
Okay. So, so this one right here is actually the conventional air fryer, the one that you see a lot of brands selling. And this one is the more versatile air fryer oven. So when we first introduced this product, the people that we were targeting were people who wanted their kitchen to look more chic, more slick. It looks very pretty. It has a digital control panel, which I will introduce to you later. It's for probably a single or very small family who have very limited space in their kitchen. So this is how a traditional air fryer works. Basically, there is a drawer inside, and inside the drawer, you can remove this basket. So this is how a typical air fryer works. Now, so I noticed that one strength about this particular product is that there have been a lot of cases, right, where this drawer, this basket after wear and tear, right, when you take it out from the set itself, the whole bottom drawer will drop out. Now, this I wouldn't say that this is not common, but it has happened to quite a few models before. So basically, if you see this hook right here, I don't know if you're able to see this hook right here. Yeah. So this hook right here is better designed to prevent that from happening. Now, so as you can see, if you put this in, this whole body has is covered with plastic. It is very safe, much safer for a child compared to this. Now, so if you to operate this, right, there is a power button here. It's actually pretty simple. Now, so right here, the first button, there are 5 buttons here, right? So the first button are all the preset programs that we provided. So you can just preset it to anything you want. Now, if you're not happy with the preset programs, right, you just need to select this one, and then you can select the temperature that you want. So you can add the higher temperature or lower the temperature. And then if you press it one more time, you can select the time that you want. And then you can just start. Now, you can press this to pause, and you can long press it to switch it off. Now, so let's try this again. Let's say you do not want a, a preset function. Oh, crap. I'm so sorry. I didn't put it in properly. Okay, so let's say, right, you want to just, sorry, just bear with me. Okay, so let's just say you don't want to use a preset function. You just want to manually choose the time, the temperature that you want. Okay, so let's just say you choose this, and then you choose the temperature, and then you can just play. Now, when you remove the drawer, so why the set died just now is because this is a safety option where if the drawer comes out, it will switch off. Now, if you put it back in, it will continue to the exact time and temperature that it was going on just now. So, so as I mentioned, this was a time this we designed this for the small family. Now, so if we go to the air fryer oven, right, this is a power button. Now, the control is actually more versatile because you can press once to select the temperature that you want. Now, if you look back at the air fryer just now, right, it was a increase and decrease of 5 degrees for every button pressed. Now, but this is actually more versatile to move around. Okay, so it's the same reasoning. You just do this to select your time, do this to select your temperature, and then you just go. Now, so there are a few functions that we feel that it is quite beneficial. So the first thing is there's a tray at the bottom. So this tray at the bottom, right, is what Appa mentioned earlier. It is a catcher tray where if you bake anything that drop down, you can just take it out and just throw it out. So the bottom inside internal part of the oven will be quite clean. Now, so let me just turn this around. Okay, so this has a couple of locked positions for the door. Okay, so if you were to do this, this is normally when you just finish cooking, right? And then you want to let hot air come out. You can just use this and you can prevent any kids from hitting this when they're walking around. So another thing is that this catches the door from slamming it down. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but this is a double layer glass door, which means that in the very rare instance where the internal glass door explodes, it will remain inside. Okay, so some accessories that we have here, right? Now, I would think that this is the thing that made this oven pretty versatile, and we were very lucky to have collaborated with Cooking Appa. I think you can still find the video on his YouTube where he used this to cook a roast chicken. And I must say that during our own personal testing with our friends and families, it was actually a very, very nice recipe. So, the other things that we have inside here is this. We have a wired rack, pretty standard. We have a baking tray, pretty standard. And then this is the air fryer basket. So, a train of thought. Now, if you look at this air fryer basket, right, it's filled with holes, filled with gaps. And the basket inside the original air fryer, it's also filled with holes and filled with gaps. I remember reading somewhere there was a comment asking if a stainless steel bowl or plate could be put inside. Now, theoretically, yes, it can, but ultimately, it is an air fryer. It uses the heat of the air to cook the products, to cook the food inside. So if you put a stainless steel bowl or plate inside, you are actually obstructing the air from cooking what is beneath the surface. So that is something that you could probably keep in mind. Now, so other than being an air fryer by itself, so the air fryer is essentially what it is. It is an oven. So it has options where you can. I don't think I can show it here, but it has options where you can just use pure um, top and bottom heating element, just top element, just bottom element. And this has a lot of preset functions which you can choose to cook all the different food that you like. So we have pizza, we have bread, we even have a defrost function and fermentation function. So product wise, that should be about it. But just to give you a brief insight regarding us, one thing that we cherish with our brand is that if it doesn't look good, we tend not to carry it. So cooking apa, I think that's it for me from the presentation.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me remove this. Okay, so thank you very much for Noel to talk about this. Actually, I have watched Noel's introduction onto this particular air fryer before, um, and this is why that is the reason why I purposely requested for him to come rather than one of his colleague. Yeah, because he's the founder of this particular product, so he really knows the product inside out. So if you have any problems when it comes to any air fryer, do type it down in the comment section, and we will try to address it. Yeah, whether or not is and from enhance, we will try to help. Now, there are a couple of questions coming in
Sure.
along the way. Let me see. Now, just now, one of the questions Noel already addressed to you is whether or not you can actually put a stainless steel plate or what, right, inside the air fryer. Actually, if you really understand how air fryer works, like how I tried to explain to you earlier, air fryer is actually a convection oven. A convection oven meaning it is using the hot airflow uh, through the fan. So when you cook, you really want the all your ingredients to be in contact directly with the airflow, with the moving airflow, and this is why you see the tray given by provided by Enhance is actually have all these holes and lubangs for the airflow to really go through. So that by doing so, then only your cooking will be a lot more evenly done. I think that is something very important. Okay, so what other questions are there? Okay, this question asking what other functions can the oven do? I leave this to you, Noel.
Okay, there's actually a lot. um, let's just talk about some of the preset functions that I can remember. So we have the pizza function, we have the stew function, we have the bake function, we have the ferment function, defrost function, top element, bottom element, both top and bottom element. We can even select the speed of the fan that you want. So we have two speeds available. We also have the rotisserie function, which you can roast full chickens and other things that you're interested in. Um, that is what I can remember as of now.
Okay. Basically, this particular air fryer come oven can do
Mm.
anything that you can think of from the conventional oven, and
Yes,
also
yes,
air fryer at the same time.
yes,
And
yes.
this is actually why this is very very functional.
Yep.
Wait, there is another question. What is this question? top and oh, this is just a comment. Top
Mm-hmm.
and bottom heating element and defrosting function attracted me the most. Okay, thank you. What is the cost of enhanced air fryer cum oven? We will put this actually. We will put the for those who are interested lah. We will put the purchase link inside the description. The video description already has this purchase link. You all can go and check it out. Oh, my manager just put it into the into the comment section as well. On the Facebook site. Basically, you will get an additional five besides the normal 10% discount, which is for the 10/10 promotion. You are also getting an extra 5% if you type in APA's code lah. There is a special code there. You will get an extra 5%. And also, I think until the 10th of October, you all will get free delivery also for Semenanjung, Malaysia. If for East Malaysia and Singapore, you will get some discount. You will get a discounted rate of delivery fee. Okay, but free for Semenanjung, Malaysia. So happy news for all the Singaporean here. You will be able to purchase this because actually, Noel, just for your information, APA has been collaborate with a lot of brands, and one of the biggest issue, not to say issue lah, complaints
Mm-hmm.
from my followers is those in
Mm.
Singapore they always cannot buy.
I see.
So
Okay.
so to me, I need to specifically mention this.
Mm.
Singaporean, you all can buy from the link that we provided, but you have to top up a little bit of the delivery fee lah. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's all.
Yeah.
So, but you all will be getting the same price for the item itself.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Who else? Actually, quite a lot of. I saw one very good question just now.
Yep.
Is this one? Let me bring it up. How
Mm.
to clean after using?
Okay. Um, Now, my personal advice to anyone who uses an oven, even though this advice is quite hard to follow, basically every time after you use an oven, if you see any splatters, please, please, please clean it. Now, how do you clean? Now, the internal of the oven is made using galvanized steel. Do not use baking soda. Now, if you use
Oh,
baking soda, everything will still work, but it will decolor. It will cause a chemical reaction between the baking soda and the galvanized steel. So
oh,
personally for me, I very much prefer natural ingredients. I highly suggest a mixture of lemon, vinegar, and water.
lemon, vinegar,
Vinegar
and
and water.
water.
Yeah.
So, guys, lemon,
However,
vinegar, and
yeah.
water. However,
However, um, because the things that we cook, right, it could be acidic, it could be alkaline, um, especially when you cook things where there's natural oil inside, like meats. Now, when it splatters, right, and then it's kept on the walls for too long, it will rot and slowly, slowly it will rust, which is why I always suggest people to clean their oven every time after they use it, unless you do cook something which does not cause a lot of splatters to the wall.
okay. For those who may think that this can be very troublesome, but let me remind you, this is 24 liter, not the built-in oven, which is 70 liter. So
Mhm.
this 24 liter for you to just clean the interior is seriously just a few wipe only. Yeah, it's
Yep.
not very difficult. But of course, you wait until it's cool down. Lah. Oh, but I
Yep.
certainly learned new things.
Mm.
I remember before this, got people asking this problem, and then also got people suggesting to use baking soda
Yep.
to actually wash it. So you advise
Mm.
better don't, because it will affect
Mm.
the discolored, the galvanized
Yes.
steel inside.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
use water, vinegar, and lemon. That's the most natural thing. Oh, that's a
Mm-hmm.
very good tips and info. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
very much. Let
Yep.
me see. There's one question here. Can the conventional air fryer 3.8 liter roast a chicken? I think she mean roast the whole chicken, right?
Conventional air
Your
fryer.
smaller
Okay,
one is how big?
my smaller one is about a little over 3 liters. Now,
Okay.
okay, so assuming that because I'm not very sure what conventional air fryer really means here, it could be quite vague. But if
Mm.
we are referring to how the original Philips air fryer or my conventional air fryer is like, it will not be able to roast a chicken.
whole
because
chicken.
yeah, a whole chicken, I don't
Mm.
think it will be possible because the heat the heat outside will be quite hot. And then due to the size of the chicken, you will need a rather large air fryer to be able to cook it evenly. I
I
think it will
also
be quite
feel
impossible.
3.8 is is slightly too small for the whole chicken, but it's
Yeah.
definitely okay if you want to just roast the whole leg, thigh and things like that. Yeah, if you want a whole chicken, you probably need 5 liter minimum and above lah. That's what I'm suggesting. I also this is also a good comment. If want to bake cake, normally is without fan, can off it. You can off right your fan.
Yes, of course, of course. But
Ah, see,
I can't give advice regarding the bake cake off fan because I'm not a
oh, me
baker
too.
myself.
Me
But
too.
yeah,
I don't make
it can, but it can
only
be off.
only my wife use it to bake cookies and cakes
Okay.
and things like that. I never use it. So baking part lah, you go and ask the baking somebody else, not cooking apa. But most important thing is this air fryer cum oven actually has the function exactly the same as a conventional oven. So you can off the fan, no problem. Okay. Actually, we have some very professional questions. Lah.
Mm. What is it?
Let me see. Does it, interesting question, does it smell up the kitchen when air frying?
Okay. This is also a very generic question. I don't really
Hmm,
have a very strict answer for this. But if you would want to compare air frying versus actual frying, I would tell you that there is significantly lesser smell. Now,
agree.
but um, personally for me, right, I think that the real benefit of an air fryer is not in the drop of smell, but whenever you use an air fryer, right, every spot around the air fryer will be squeaky clean. That is the strength, in my personal opinion. You do not have to bother about wiping the air fryer by itself. You don't have to bother about wiping the areas around it. Your kitchen will not be oily. Your floors will not be oily. Personally, that is my what I like the most lah. So when it comes to smell, right, it is quite subjective. Some people are very sensitive to smell. Some people is like I don't want any smell, which I can do is not possible. So yeah, but I would if to answer your question, sorry, what's the name? NG, right? So to
NG.
answer your question, NG, I would say that there is significantly lesser smell because there are no fumes, ma.
And allow me to add to that from my personal perspective and experience. My enhanced air fryer is actually put not in the kitchen. My kitchen no more space. Appa's kitchen very small. I actually put in my consider my dining area. It's actually my dining area. Okay, so when I cook it, if I grill when I grill a chicken, yes, it has smell, but it has beautiful roast chicken smell, not the kind of oily when you are deep frying the chicken. The kind of oily smell is actually very different. So and like what Noel mentioned, compare when you are using oil, you don't really get those kind of fumes. It's more like the smells from the nice aroma smell coming out from your food. You don't get the oily smell at all. Okay, so got smell, but nice smell. Your food smell lah, basically it's a food smell. Okay, there's this question here. What is your main selling point compared to other brand?
That's actually a very good question, Jaslyn. I would personally like to thank you for that question. Well, you see, we actually spend a lot of effort and time to ensure that our customers are satisfied with their purchases. Um, I wouldn't say that we managed to do it 100% because you do get into some hiccups here and there, and you do get some unreasonable people. But I would say that other than courier issues, because we only do purely online, right? We don't do offline. So other than courier issues, um, I would say that the customer satisfaction whenever they have purchased our product has been exemplary lah. Now, just an insight for you. Um, Countertop ovens, there's a weakness in most countertop ovens in the market. The temperature tends to be quite different. The internal actual temperature tends to be quite different from the temperature that is displayed. So interesting fact, a customer of mine, he complained that his I think it was cookies or cakes, I can't remember, burnt when they were using our oven. So I told him to try and put an actual thermometer inside the oven to measure the temperature. So how this happened was because it is actually a norm that the actual temperature inside is lower than the temperature displayed, which when people have been using it for some time, they will think that the temperature that they use to cook is actually that, when in fact it is not. So, in my experience, there is a difference of between 20 to 40 degrees Celsius in most countertop ovens outside. I'm not saying all, just most. Um, there's a number of reasons regarding that, but I'm not going to go into that lah. So let's say, for example, the normal temperature that they use in their oven is 200 degrees Celsius, when the actual temperature was only between 160 to 180. But when they used ours, the temperature difference is less than 8 degrees, which is what caused the burn. Now, so um, after I gave him that advice, he didn't come back to me. So I assumed that was how it solved his problem.
Problem solved lah.
Yeah. So I have been in this industry for very, very long, and there are a lot of products out there which I wouldn't say not up to par, because ultimately you get what you paid for. So they still work, but probably not to that extent. And I personally found this quite frustrating because I like to cook Western dishes. And you know, when you look at recipes from like people like Gordon Ramsay or Jamie Oliver, and then they tell you stuff in the oven for 1 hour for 200 degrees Celsius, and then it doesn't come out the way that you see it for it to happen, and that is why I started this brand. So yeah, I hope Jaslyn that answers your question.
Thank you very much. Just for your information, I mean, even for especially for baking, I think when it comes to roasting, it's fine. A difference of 10, 20 degrees sometimes is really okay because we can adjust it using the time. Yeah. And the good thing about this one is there is a glass for us to look at, check out, monitor the cooking process. But when it comes to baking, it really makes a difference when it comes to the temperature. Sometimes my wife will also burn her cookies inside my conventional built-in the oven. Yeah, then she has to actually put in a thermometer to check, and then only she found, hey, wow, even the our my conventional oven, the temperature is actually so much more different compared to what is written outside. So this is something that I think we all need to understand how things really works. And by the way, there's something that I did not mention. I'm not sure whether I mentioned just now also. Uh, Most of the countertop air fryer is very, very small, less than, most of them is actually less than 10 liter. So for those which is less than 10 liter, when you want to use it, you can use it straight away. Meaning, I want to roast something, you can straight away put in, start. And the roasting time start the moment you put it in. I mean, when you close it. But if you are using this 24 liter, you are always advised to preheat because it's 24 liter. You want the heat to be more evenly distributed throughout the whole space. So you get a bigger capacity, but because of its bigger capacity, because of the physics of it, you actually need to preheat it. Just give it another, just preheat for about, I would say 8 to 10 minutes should be enough. Correct me if I'm wrong, Noel. Just
Um,
to
yeah. Actually,
just to
apart that,
give
that is
it a
a very
more.
good point. Yeah, that is a very good point. Now that you mentioned this, I would like to comment more regarding this.
Mm.
Um, Ultimately, right? We cannot deny science. We cannot
Mm.
deny science.
It's physics,
Um,
physics. Mm.
yeah, the bigger the space inside, the bigger the longer it will take to heat up the
Yep.
the compartment. It's just like you can't expect to use a 1 horsepower aircon in a very large room and then expect it to cool down very fast.
Mm.
So yeah, so apart, thank you for mentioning that. I forgot about that, about how when there's a larger space, to get it up to temperature does take a longer time.
About 10 minutes lah. I will so far
Mm,
for my experience, 10 minutes is good enough, which is quite okay lah. While you are preparing it, preparing your stuff, you can go and preheat it already. Yeah, no, not so much of an issue lah. Okay,
mhm.
actually we have a lot of questions lah. Are the tray and other accessories made of steel, stainless steel, and the body as well?
Yeah, actually, I think our team actually answered that. So I can tell you that other than the tray by itself, right? So everything else is made from 304 stainless steel.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's very safe. We ensured that um, we tried to cover every stone. We tried to cover every issue that we might come up with. So I
What
don't
is
think there should be any worries there.
what is the highest temperature the enhanced can go up to?
Okay, so for the smaller air fryer, smaller conventional air fryer, the highest temperature is 200 degrees Celsius. And for the air fryer oven, it is 230 degrees Celsius.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I saw your people has helped to answer some of it also.
Yeah.
Okay, this question is very valid.
Mm.
Any warranty? Does warranty cover Singapore consumers? Any agent office in Singapore for repair when breakdown?
Okay. Um, I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this, but actually we are based in JB. Now, it's very regrettable that due to the current pandemic situation that the borders are closed. But we do provide warranty for Singapore purchases. We do provide a 1 year warranty for all of our products. And if you do have any problems, you could bring it back to us. We are still working on agent offices in Singapore for repair, but it hasn't been that easy for us to find one. I have did my homework, but it hasn't been easy. So I hope that you will bear with us regarding this. But um, if the borders were open, it will be significantly easy for the consumer to bring it back. You could actually make an appointment with us. We could actually prepare. We could actually try and troubleshoot your problems to the best of abilities through the phone, and then we will settle a problem on the same day that you bring it in.
Yeah, so that will make things very easy, guys. Enhance is actually in Johor Bahru. so so now is actually in JB online with us.
Yeah.
So you can actually bring it over to his place. Is it Taman in at Plantong, right? Is it in Plantong?
Um, no,
Your
actually, our
factory?
service center, we have one, two, three. We have three authorized service centers in JB.
Oh, where is it
Yeah,
roughly?
it is one is in the town area that we call Taman Pelangi.
Okay, Pelangi,
One is
yes.
in yeah, one is further away called Rosemera, and one
Uh,
is
Rose
towards
Merah
the
should be Johor
north,
Jaya lah.
Georgia, yes, and one is
Hmm.
in the north toward at Tunamina.
Tun Amina side. So you
Yeah.
basically have a triangle lah.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, okay. So let me see this question. Can I understand further? Above the enhanced machine have reheating function?
What does reheating mean? Reheating.
Reheating. I think she mean to heat up certain thing lah. I would say the bigger one because it may take some time to heat up the oven itself, so may not be so suitable for reheating. But the smaller one definitely is very suitable for reheating.
Mhm.
Let me see what else. This Angie, she also bought it recently. Yeah, I told her that you will be around, so she definitely will log in to see you.
Thank you,
she
Angie.
she
Thank
she
you.
actually used. I think she was the one who actually used your oven to make mooncake.
Oh, wow.
She made mooncake out of it.
Hmm. I think that we
Okay,
should
let
we
me
should probably
see.
contact her.
Is there any video that we can refer in YouTube? I think she's referring to recipes video lah. You can find on Appa's playlist. Yeah, in the Facebook on my playlist, there is one playlist for air fryer. Many of the video inside is actually enhanced air fryer, so you can get some idea from there. Now there's this question from I heard someone say if the food is wet, air frying will emit a lot of smoke. Is that true?
If the food is wet, air frying will emit. But I I'm struggling to answer this question because in what situation would the food be wet?
Hmm. I also not so sure.
Yeah, because
Um,
I mean, it is a basket. It is a basket. So I'm
well,
trying to.
from
Is
my
seasoning here?
from my experience of grilling chicken, which is marinated and wet, I don't see any smoke coming up lah. That is what I can answer from my own experience lah. No smoke
Mm,
coming out when I'm
mm.
grilling the chicken. Okay, let me see. Jita. Let me see. Jita is. Oh, I think your people
Oh,
already
okay.
answered it. Which outlet at KK is selling fried charges is expensive from West Malaysia?
Zita, regrettably, we are a online only. We sell online only for now. We are trying to explore possible ways to expand to KK. Uh, I'm very sorry that right now we might not be able to fulfill your request.
Mm, okay, from Penang, is there available a sale or book guideline on time and temperature for different food cook air fryer? Actually, you all got a suggestion in your handbook, right?
Yep.
Just that just that actually it's not so easy to really um get all this advice. Think if you ask
Mm,
me, it's
mm,
because sometimes you cook different food comes in different situation, different weight
yep.
also. So
Yep.
when it comes to different weight, you really have to adjust. But the thing I told keep on mentioning about this, did you notice that all the air fryer that I bought before all has a transparent glass? Why is this so
Mm,
important? That is
mm,
to allow me to monitor the cooking process. So it
mm.
doesn't really matter if the temperature is a little bit too hot or the time is a little bit too less. More importantly is you keep your eyes on the glass and and you can see from the glass thing from the cooking process. That's what you monitor, and that's what APA has been doing. And more to that, this is countertop, not like my built-in oven where it is actually right below my stove, where I always see my wife have to squeeze down to check the cooking process. But this one, I always put a chair and sit very comfortably on my chair, looking at the countertop where the enhanced air fryer is to check and follow the cooking process. So I think this part is more important than to give you a directory as to how much or what temperature you should be using. I
Mhm.
hope that answer your question. Um, oh, okay. This one your people also already answered. What is the
Yep.
air fryer oven size, length, width, and height? You already got the answer there. Very efficient and enhanced. Okay, Song Yi Yi, I'm at Johor Bahru. Can I buy at your shop?
Okay, so unfortunately, we don't have a shop. We have an office, but our stocks are kept separately by an outsourced warehouse. I'm very sorry to say that this is currently not possible. But I highly suggest that you could take advantage of the promotion that Appa is running right now because
Yeah,
I
you get
understand we're giving
extra.
free delivery, right? Yeah,
Yeah, free delivery plus
yeah,
extra
yeah,
10 plus 5%
yeah,
discount.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Reina is asking, what are the health benefit of air fryer?
Well, it ultimately boils down to the lesser amount of oil that you use compared to conventional frying. Yeah. Actually, I would also like to address another question that I saw earlier. Does air fryer cause cancer? Um, so this was something that I addressed back then when this report came out. This report was actually only reported by one news outlet in Malaysia, and I tried to find the source of the report, which supposedly came out from South Korea, but I couldn't really find it. So to make to keep things short, lah, ultimately what that report said is something we call a Maillard reaction. Now, a Maillard reaction generally means the more you cook, the more you cook a food, the darker it becomes, the higher the chance of you getting cancer. To put it simply, I'm not going to get into the technicalities lah. Which generally means that the chance the for the food in local cuisine, right? Satay is the one which you
Anything
will.
barbecue lah. Anything barbecue is going to kill you lah. That's
Yeah,
what it's trying to
yeah,
say lah.
yeah. So to sum it up, right, that report was actually bad journalism. It was not very well thought of. It was not very well carried out. Basically, it was just zeroing in on something that is very common in all other food, and then focusing it that an air
On
fryer
air
causes
fryer.
cancer. Yeah, yeah. I thought
Okay.
that it was a pretty unfair. Actually, we I did address it on our Facebook page.
I
You,
see.
I hope that my team can share the link in the Facebook uh, page. The post here. Yeah, I think that was quite well replied. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let me see.
Mm.
There's another question here. Accessories or tray dishwasher safe?
Yes,
Access-
yes, they are.
Ah, yeah. You can use the dishwasher, no problem. Just don't use the soda and stuff, right? Let me see. What other? A lot of questions. Your people has already helped to answer it.
Hmm.
Uh, Still similar question. Juliana asking if you have a shop. No, you can only get it from online.
Yeah, yeah.
You can only get it from online doesn't mean that you don't get support. I think many people have this perception that they
Mm,
think the only shop that has a physical
mm,
presence will give
mm,
technical support. I think that is already over. That age is already over.
mm,
Now many people
mm.
will do online selling just to keep their cost real down so that they can actually keep the price of the item also very competitive for you as well.
Yep.
So you buy online, but you will definitely also get a very good technical support from the team from Enhance.
Apa, I would like to chip in here.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry about Singapore and East Malaysia. I can't really answer that right now, but I'll address Peninsular Malaysia. So, how we conduct our after-sales service, we do have a couple of options available for our customers. Now, if we always tell our customers to please keep the box and the polyform and the plastic and everything where after you make your purchase, because we do provide courier pickup service from your house, and then we repair it, and then we courier back to you for free if the product was of a manufacturer fault and not of a customer's abuse. Now, um, so if you regrettably threw away the box and the polyform, we do have quite a few number of service centers around Malaysia. We have one in Bukit Mertajam Penang, we have one in Ipoh, we have one in Meru Klang, and then the three that I mentioned in JB. I do feel like the service that we provide is quite extensive, especially with the fact that if you do keep the box and the polyform, we can actually courier it for you. Now, of course, it would be a bit troublesome for the customer to pack it and send it to us lah. Which is also why we actually did conduct a reasonable amount of research on the packing of the product. So the polyform is actually all around the product, to prevent issues with courier lah. Um, but like I said, I mean, some courier companies do get a bit out of hand at times, you know.
Rough.
Yeah. So yeah.
There is human issues lah. But anyhow, I think like you all heard from Noel, they actually have a widespread of service center throughout the whole Malaysia. Okay, so I think that pretty much there's one question by EE here. I noticed when you turn the temperature knob, each
Hmm.
temperature change is 10 degree.
Oh, I can't remember. I have to. Could my team help me confirm that? Oh, never mind. Let me just try again. Is this for the air fryer oven? Yeah. Press the knob. Yeah, it's 10 degrees. Yep.
Okay, it's 10 degree.
Mm.
Okay, wait. Somebody's asking this. Rosie is asking, I need to
Mm.
know the oven has 7 or 8 functions, meaning microwave, steam, air fryer, etc. No, we never say
Oh
this one
no,
can do.
no. Okay, Rosie. To answer your question, right, I don't think there is a product on the planet which can do microwave, steam, air fryer at the same time because they are different. They are totally different technologies. It is impossible to cram all those into one particular product. Um, but the functions that we have are more I will call it not really technological functions, but cooking functions, where you can have presets for all the different things that I mentioned earlier lah. But because what you're requiring, what you are looking for here, microwave, steam, air fryer, they're actually very very different. They actually run very different technologies, which I personally think will not be able to be in one product by itself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I think now is 9:30. Just nice.
Yep.
Exactly 1 hour session. We actually have a very fruitful Q&A session today, and I'm really appreciate the presence of Noel and his team. I noticed his team has been really very actively addressing the issues uh, a lot in the comment
Mhm.
section below, and I think from the beginning until now, we have consistently over 200 people watching us, which is really not too bad. Already few thousand
Mhm.
views, meaning really
Mhm.
got few
Mhm.
thousand views.
Mhm.
Okay, so I want to take this opportunity to express my thanks to Noel and his team to explain about air fryer with all of us here. And stay tuned for next week. Well, next Wednesday night, I'm actually inviting uh, someone from Singapore. Yeah, someone from Singapore under Temasek Group to really come in to share on B2B, business to business model. So for those of you, especially some housewife or whoever want to make some extra side income with very, very little capital, I think only a few hundred ringgit, you can actually start doing some sideline income with them. So they will be coming in next Wednesday, 8:30 to share with us what is their B2B. They are already in Malaysia. They're already in Malaysia. It's just that they want to go through APA to actually let you all know more about their B2B platform. I think this is something everyone, especially during the pandemic, everyone wanted to earn some little bit more extra income at home. We still many of us still work from home, even though the market has started to open up. So thank you very much. For those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Cooking Abba YouTube channel and Facebook. And also, everyone, stay safe. Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
Appa.
Niall.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.